everybody, welcome to Off the Rack. I'm Sal.
And I'm Ethan.
Today we reviewed Spider-Woman #1 by Dennis Hopeless and Greg Land. And yes, before you ask, it's that Spider-Woman.
The infamous...
Yes, which they strategically altered a little bit. They didn't change the art, of course, keep the artistic integrity, but put the logo right on the area where people were complaining.
Right.
Right there.
Yep.
There. Problem solved.
Yep.
I'm amazed they released this. Anyway,
all that,
but doesn't matter. The point being, what are our initial impressions of Spider-Woman #1? Spinning out of Spider-Verse.
As much as I hate Spider-Verse, I thought this book was cool.
Ditto.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun reading it, and by the way, I read the most recent issue of Amazing Spider-Man, which is Spider-Verse Part 2, where they all have teams, and each team goes into a portal, and that portal has a little thing at the bottom that says, pick up Spider-Woman #1 to see what happens. And I'm like, oh my god. But I did, because I was like, hey, let's try it out, let's see how this goes. Stands alone pretty well.
Yep.
And I really had a good time reading it. What do we think of the writing, first of all?
I thought the writing was very good. I thought it was interesting, even when interesting things weren't happening.
Yeah.
The characters had interesting banter.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
It reminded me of like a Joss Whedon sort of thing.
This is the first time I actually liked the Silk character.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I really liked the fleshed out nature of Jessica Drew. I thought that she was really well characterized. I thought that she was fun.
Yeah.
And set herself apart from the other characters.
Yeah. Well, she was like the experienced.
Yeah, she's the seasoned superhero.
Yeah. And Silk is kind of like. I mean, they did some stuff with Silk that annoyed me, where she's like, "Oh well,
I guess I'll go." But
Yeah,
but she's supposed to. How about the art?
I, for the most part, I really like the art.
Yeah.
And the coloring.
Now the funny thing is with
good.
that, if you don't mind me just jumping in here, like when I read that Greg Land was going to draw it, I went, "Oh, here we go," because I hate Greg Land.
Oh.
Greg Land.
Why do you hate Greg Land?
Well, Greg Land is a little bit of a borrower of real life art, and then reproduces it.
Okay.
In his comic book work.
It's quite an accusation.
It is an accusation, but it's not. I'm not alone in that accusation.
Okay.
That said, I think this is really playing to his strengths, and despite the obviousness of some of those, theories, there are some really cool moments of art in this book. I'm thinking specifically of the moments where, like, it's a wide shot, or like we see an environment, and the animals are cool.
Yeah, the lizard creatures look cool.
They're a lot of fun,
Yeah.
and I think that for the most part, the action scenes are really, really well designed.
Yeah.
Love the 1930s, of course.
Yeah, the 1930s stuff looks great. The coloring is great there
Yeah.
too.
Oh, I love that.
Muted, but still in color.
Right.
Like a really muddy color.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like almost like that reality. Like light works differently.
Exactly.
I liked. That they got to incorporate all these different characters.
Yes.
So you get to see lots of different visual stuff going on. So it is, it's exciting to the eye.
It's true.
I hated the bad guys.
Yeah.
Of course.
They're obnoxious, and
douchey.
Yeah, and you've seen them 1,000 times.
Killed or stopped.
Yep.
So it's like,
There's no tension there.
Yeah.
Like, well, eventually they'll just catch up with you.
Yeah.
They can pass through time and space, and they can't be killed. So.
Yeah.
All right. Now, in some regards, you think to yourself, like, well, how are they going to defeat them? That's interesting. But at the same time, it's also like, who gives a shit?
Right.
It's like, where is the chase, and how can I cut to it?
Yeah, I also hate their dialogue.
Oh, my
I
God.
love when they run.
The funny thing is, you have to have it, because then I think they're deliberately douchey.
Yeah.
And they have to be that, like, I love when they run, my dinner, like, to go, fast food, and you're just like, kill these two. So their deaths will be that much more satisfying. Their defeat will be that much more
satisfying. They better kill the whole family. They need to all die.
I am actually reading Spider-Verse, not the Spider-Verse title, but the Amazing Spider-Man story.
Okay.
To see if they all die.
Right.
Not just for that, but like I will take a significant degree of satisfaction if they are all dispatched.
Right.
So, but overall, is this a pass or a pickup?
It's a pickup for me.
Definitely a pickup for me as well. Spider-Woman #1 is a cool action adventure storyline with some really nice character infused as well.
Yeah, and stands on its own.
Hey, click the annotation to see every episode of Off the Rack we've ever done. Click the like and subscribe buttons. It helps out the show a lot. I am Sal.
And I'm Ethan.
Bye. Don't get that variant though. It really is bad.
It's not good.
He gives evildoers the shaft.
Yeah, that is a title. That's an ad.
They probably already did that one.
I doubt it.
No, that's way too sexual.
Yeah.
Are you kidding now? There's sexual like illusions in ads.
Not for the Warner Brothers.
I don't know. The Warner Brothers.
The whole network is a
those Warner Brothers!
Ooh, those uptight Warner
Yeah,
Brothers.
and their sister Dot.
Damn it.